Welcome to a learning video by Shopping. In today's video, we are going to be learning all about the differences between web designer and a web developer. I'm sure you must have heard of these terms and you must also think that they are almost the same. However, they are completely different. Now in this video, I will help you understand the different job roles, responsibilities, and skills of the web developer. And then we'll compare the same with that of the web designer. But before we begin, if you haven't followed or liked our page already, make sure to hit the follow button and to hit notification bell icon to never miss an update. So now, let's begin by understanding who exactly is a web designer. Now, a web designer is basically a graphic artist who is responsible for designing the layout, usability, and visual appearance of a website. He plans and designs the layout, adds elements to the website. He also performs digital retouching and image editing. And other responsibilities include meeting with clients to discuss requirements and also design products that are user-friendly, appealing, and visually effective. First off is in UI designer. Now, UI designer plays an important role in the design of a website. They prioritize interactions. More specifically, their role is to enhance the usability of a website and optimize it in a way that helps encourage conversions. Moving on, we have the UX designer. Now, UX designer help ensure that the website is structured in a way that engages visitors and delivers a positive experience. Their role is to create human-centric designs that are based on data-driven decisions. This involves conducting a lot of research and testing to gather and analyze data, which is then used to create final design choices. Lastly, we have the visual designer. The visual designer, as the title suggests, works with layout and visual elements of the website. This work combines the aspect of both UX and UI design. The duties of a visual designer are based on ensuring that the interface is both aesthetically pleasing and easy to use. Now that you've learned about the different types of web designers, let's look at the skill set required to become a successful web designer. Now, this generally depends on the role and specialty. However, generally speaking, here are some of the important skills. First off is the HTML and CSS. Then we have understanding the principles of website design. We have responsive and interactive design, understanding user journey mapping, being updated with branding, color, theory, and topography, and also being proficient in design tools and software like Adobe. Now, of course, there are a few non-technical skills that are important for web designers. They could be strong communication skills and time management skills. Now, let's look at what exactly a web developer is. A web developer builds a website and maintains them using different programming languages. They basically take the web design and turn them into a website. Now, they also have to collaborate with clients, stakeholders, and designers to understand the vision in a nutshell. They take the ideas and concepts laid out by the designers and turn them into real life and fully functioning websites. So what exactly are the different types of web developers? First, you need to understand that a website basically have both the front end and the back end. So the front end is something that you see and use, something that the user interacts with, and the back end does all the nasty tasks. The backend also involves fetching data from the database. Depending on this, we have front-end developers that code the actual website using CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. And then we have back-end developers that codes the database and server using advanced programming languages such as PHP, C#, Java, Ruby, and SQL. And we have a full-stack developer who does both the front-end and the back-end of the website. They have a solid understanding of how these parts work and function together, in addition to coding website using CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. Full-stack developers also set up and configure servers, code application programming interfaces, query database, and more. So now that you know the different type of web developers, let's look at the different skill set of a web developer. The first of it is CSS and JavaScript. These are required to create the front end of the application. HTML is used to format text, titles, headings, arrange graphics, and so on. CSS is a style sheet that allows you to alter and style different web components, be it spacing, font, size, etc. And then JavaScript is a powerful client-side scripting language, which is used for enhancing the interaction of a user with a web page. JavaScript also offers a wide range of frameworks and libraries. We have React, Angular, Vue that helps in creating interactive and beautiful front end. We also have jQuery that helps with backend. We have version control systems like Git and GitHub. Git helps manage project files. It keeps track of the entire history of things that the user is working on. GitHub is also a web-based service for version control. Using Git, the user can look at other people's code, identify issues or errors, and even propose changes. Lastly, we have several back-end frameworks like the Django, Python, Node. There are different databases like MySQL, PostgreSQL, and we have Oracle. So having a knowledge of all of this make a very good web developer. Now you know who a web developer is and who a web designer is. Let's go ahead and look at the difference between the two job roles. Web developers refers to building user-friendly websites based on client specification, while web design deals with the aesthetics of the website. A web developer transforms designs into fully functional websites, while a web designer transforms ideas into visually appealing designs. A web developer builds applications using languages like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, while a web designer designs web applications using tools like Adobe Photoshop, Sketch, and so on. It is crucial for a web developer to have good coding skills, while a designer should have good graphic design skills. Lastly, a web developer has to keep themselves updated with the latest web frameworks and libraries, while a web designer has to keep themselves updated with the latest design trends and color palettes. Now you know who a web developer is and who a web designer is. Let's talk about the system you need to have to be perfect in your web development and design skills. Shopinverse offers you quality and affordable laptops to up your web development and web design skills. You can browse through our product catalog to place an order for your system and get it delivered to you nationwide. And so, with that, we have come to an end of this section. If you have any doubts or queries, let us know in the comment section below. We hope this video helped you. We'll be back with more videos soon. Until then, keep learning and stay tuned to Shopinverse.